Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. So I'm at my house today. I got a little bit of time off, and I am working on my truck. So I haven't introduced this before. This is my project truck, my antique. It's a 1974 F100 with a 351M in it, a 6-inch lift, 35-inch tires, and a 4-speed manual transmission. It is my dream truck. I've wanted one of these since I was probably 12. And I bought it about 4 years ago, I think, and I've been picking away at odd jobs working on it ever since then. I don't really get much time to do that, but it's what I like to do in my spare time. So today I'm going to be replacing, not really replacing, I took the fuel pump off and I thought it was the problem because it's not starting, but it's not the problem. I'm not really sure why it's not getting fuel, but the fuel pump is working. It's a manual fuel pump. So I'm just going to put that back on there, put a new gasket on it, see if maybe that does anything, replace some of the lines that are a little cracked or cut some off where they're cracked, see if that does anything. It probably won't, but it's all trial and error. I'm learning to work on stuff as I go, kind of. But yeah, I love this truck. It's my dream baby. I'm going to paint it. As you can see, I replaced this fender probably a week ago, 2 weeks ago now, I don't know. Painted it with some primer, it's just primer, and then I did paint the back fender with some primer as well, and I'm going to sand those down, maybe put some Bondo and some filler on there, and then she'll be all ready to paint for real. That will be for another video because I bought a paint gun and I have no idea how to use it, so that should be fun. But anyway, so yeah, I'll set you guys up so you can watch me put that fuel pump on. First of all, show you where it goes. If I can, I don't really, it's not a good spot. Okay, so it goes right up there on that spot. I gotta pick some of the old gasket off. So it's really hard to get to, naturally. But I will try to film as much as I can. So I have done a few odd things. I don't know if you can see me. Okay, so I have done a few odd things to this since I've owned it. I had a guy put in a new thermostat for me because I tried to put it in and it was just a nightmare. So it's like cemented in there now, so let's hope that one never goes bad. And me and my mother actually replaced the carburetor on here because it had a Holly carburetor on it. And I just didn't care for it. I have grease on my face. I just didn't care for it. It constantly had to be retuned every time you turned around, and I just did not want to deal with that anymore. So I replaced the carburetor with an Edelbrock carburetor, and I just kept the Holly air filter on it. So I put a new battery in it. I've worked on a few other things. It seems like it's always something. But it's been a pretty good truck overall. So today we're just going to be putting that on. So the problem is, it's not sucking up fuel at all into the inline filter. You can pump it all you want and try to turn it over and it just doesn't do anything. It just keeps turning over and over. It's not getting gas. So I'm just going to be replacing a few things to see if it's a small problem, which it probably isn't. So yeah, let's get to replacing that fuel pump. Okay, so this is it. It's a manual fuel pump. It's probably the original one. It's the same color as the engine. So I'm not really sure which one is the in and which one is the out. Probably this one goes to the carburetor. I don't really know. Don't quote me. But something, it just sticks inside. I'm not really sure if it's, you'd technically call it the engine or just, I guess it just kind of sits inside the engine, and I guess the cam goes around and hits this and pumps it. So it just pumps your gas. It seems to be working. It pumps extremely hard. You kind of have to have someone hold it so that you can pump it and then stick your fingers over there to see if it's sucking, which it is, so that's not the problem. But the gasket on it was real bad, so I am replacing one of those, and I did get one of those. So here's the gasket. It was pretty reasonable. I think it was only like $2. So we'll just put one of those on there and see how that goes. As you can see, it was a pretty rough and tumble gas line system anyway, because, I mean, this part was replaced, but then it's got metal underneath, and then a hose over the top of the metal. It's just a nightmare. It's all pieced together, so I might have to replace the whole fuel line. Probably get a new inline filter, and if none of that does it, then I'm going to have to take it to somebody who actually knows what they're doing, because I don't. But the good thing about having an old vehicle is you don't really care if you maim it in the process of learning. So what a lot of people do to get to the fuel pump is they take off this power steering pump, but I didn't really feel like doing that because I had enough trouble getting the old rusty bolts on the fuel pump off. So it would be a lot easier to get in there with that. But if it goes badly, I probably will take that off, but I just don't really feel like it, so we're gonna see how it goes. Doing it this way. Okay, so I got my 1/2-inch wrench. One of them was 1/2 inch, I believe. I believe one was 1/2 inch. Okay, yeah, so one's 1/2 inch, and the other one was different. The other one I think is a 9/16. So, I don't know what happened to my 9/16 wrench. The dogs were out here when I was working on it, and they might have... Nope, there it is. So, I think we've got everything we need. I'm going to scrape off some of that old gasket, and then we'll get to putting the other one on. Contort yourself pretty good to even see this. Here's the fuel line. So, yep, the rest of the gasket is on there. Half of it came off when I took off the old fuel pump, but there's the other half of the old gasket. Looks like... Man, that's pretty bad. Clean that up some. Way I can actually get to it. It's gonna be the interesting part. I think I got one started. Thank God. Alright. Oh no, no, no. Just lost my wrench. Okay. It's pretty tight. So here's the line that's coming from the gas tank. I scuffed it up a little bit trying to get it off, but I think it'll be okay to put back on there. We'll see. Pretty sure it'll be okay. It's all tight. Can't get my wrench off. So, where'd it go? There it is. I've got to put on this one to the carburetor, but I have to cut off a little bit of it because you can see it's pretty cracked right there. So I've got plenty of extra to work with, so I'm going to cut off probably right around here where it starts to fall out. I misplaced my hose clamp, so I'll probably have to go find another hose clamp. Yeah, so we'll get that on there and then we'll try to start it up, and I'm sure nothing will happen, but as pessimistic as that sounds, that's about my luck. But so yeah, I'm sure I'll have grease all over my face, so ignore that. Cross your fingers and say a little prayer that it starts. Guys, do you really have to be so loud the whole time? Chickens. Alright, so she's all on there. So there's a family of mice living in here, so getting in kind of scares me. dead now. Okay, so I just discovered while looking at the inline fuel filter that it looks like there is something choking it off, or something broken off in there. So if that has been the problem all along, I'm going to be really mad that I didn't check something simple first. But that's probably what's wrong, and I don't think I have one, so that might be the end of this video. I'll get back to you guys on whether or not I got it running. Please like and subscribe and comment down below. Also, look out how dirty I got from this. But I say, if you didn't get dirty doing a job, then you didn't do it right. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.